back with another podcast. On behalf of Engineer Hub, I Ashish Soharia, hardly welcomes podcast. Guess what? This time we have a young and very talented Mr. Aman Singh, who is the co-founder of SayF. Now, Aman would tell us little more about yourself.
Hey, hi guys.
Hi, Aman.
Hi Ashish. Thank you for having me. So, hey, hi guys. Aman this side. I just graduated this year from IIT Delhi and um, started my first venture while back in college. And post that, interned at a couple of places. And now it's been more than 1.5 years. Have been working on SayF, where we are helping people save, invest, and optimize their spending. So, yes, that's pretty much about me.
Okay. So, and let's discuss. Tell more about your journey till so far, your college experience, challenges, opportunities, and many more
Correct.
that you will face till now.
Correct. So I'm coming from a small town based out in Bihar, right? It's called Katiyar. And then I spent quite a few years of my life there and posted my father is in like government services. So we have been like traveling all across India. So have been, I like did my 10th till traveling across all different parts of the country. And then posted went to Kota for a year and then got into IIT Delhi. So yeah, IIT Delhi has been a great experience, right? Like it was like the best for so far, the best years of my life. So it all started right in first year. I pretty much did nothing. I just used to have a fun with my friends. Like it was coming out of JE, and then post it, post it like then came second year and you realize कि यार अब life में कुछ करना है. So started looking out for things कि चीजें होती क्या क्या है जो तुम कर सकते हो. So there were few options like you can do either coding, you can either be a consultant or you can either do finance. So these were the few options मतलब जो वहाँ पे दिखे. तो पोस्ट इट यार started like first year में I did थोड़ा बहुत coding then I realized कि coding यार coding is not that I primarily will be very good at going forward so I wanted to do something else. So that's how I jumped upon कि यार there are things like business where you can explore things. Like nobody in my family has ever done business so then I joined the consulting club of IIT Delhi. So that's where I sort of got कि यार this is how business problems are solved, this is how things happen in business world. Then post it like another good thing is like we have like campus festivals, right? So I started being a part of the marketing team of my club, like for Rendezvous, for Trist. These are the cultural and technical fest society Delhi, right? So learned quite a lot of things there and I realized that I really love chatting with people and this is one such thing I'd enjoy, right? And I was looking for such jobs where you get an opportunity to chat with people, right? Mm. So that's how I was like, what can you do? So that was very clear. I got very clear that I need to do something where people are the front face. So did like quite a few things. Started interning. Did my first intern during the winter of like second year, right? So in that, right, I interned at Urban Company, where I again applied like a business role. It was a great learning experience. Got to see कि यार Ashish, what would you prefer, Hindi or English? मतलब
Both will be fine, and combine also will fine.
okay, perfect.
No problem with
So
English.
hmm. So we're like कि ठीक है अब urban company में I got to know they were not even unicorn when the time I was interning, right? They were quite they have grown up but not up to the scale that they are currently, right? So got to see how startups and all work, right? How like people started with a simple idea and now they are such a like impacting the whole nation, right? And for now urban company they are impacting the world, right? So interacted with the founders there, see I saw that how humble they were, how grounded they are, and how like sort of they are doing such big things, right? Like look at the scale at which urban company operates. So they are in, I think they are in the sort of the urge to do something of your own started, right? So then came the second year of summers, right, where people usually apply for an intern in IIT. I also did the same. I wanted to travel to Europe or US. I got one opportunity for like Europe. Everything was planned out, but then COVID happened, right? And you're like, you can't just do what you plan to do. And then you are left with nothing. कि यार अब क्या करूं? मतलब, then I started figuring out कि यार urban company was again giving me कि तू come join back again, right? तो बट फिर आई थॉट कि यार ठीक है मतलब दे विल टेक मी एनी डे तो मतलब आई शुड एक्सप्लोर समथिंग न्यू एंड आई शुड एक्सप्लोर समथिंग दैट आई लाइक टू एक्सप्लोर राइट देन देन लाइक व्हेन आई सॉ इट then I like कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ right I looked into how startups work even in my first year at IIT right I used to work with like some teaching startups where I used to teach kids physics for JE
Hmm.
and all. So I worked with like two different startups before it. One was in campus and the other in corporate, sort of like in Gurgaon. So the next thing was कि startups तो देखा ऐसे कि how they work, how they operate. Next thing is I was very enthusiastic. मुझे काफी venture capital word I heard right कि there is a industry called venture capital who pick up founders and invest money in them right. So I was very fascinated by it. So I like it was a very strange like imagine a second year kid who knows nothing about finance, a bit of business and like but I tried कि यार can somebody give me an opportunity to learn. So I got lucky and I then interned with a venture capital firm based out of Bombay, right? It is Ivy Cap Ventures. It was a 3 month stint. And like, there I got to learn. Like first 2 weeks I was very clueless कि चल क्या रहा है. Then eventually when you deep dive into it, then you know कि अच्छा this is how things work, this is how it's not. So it has been 3 years. I mean 3 months. Very nice learning experience. Post it, yeah, I went to like I was also interning remotely with a Australian prof. There I was like I sort of I was interning on how Indian consumers behave. Like it was a market entry project for a international company they are trying to enter in India. So I did some research there. And there also I got lucky that I got a chance to like speak to the students of MIM. Like MIM is a program that happens all across the world, right? So my prof was taking a lead class in the MIM under whom I was interning during my second year. And then posted, right? He gave me an opportunity to talk to the it's sort of MIM is a like local version of MBA. ठीक है वैसा ही चलता है. So then he gave me an opportunity कि यार can you talk about how startups in India are helping achieve sustainable development goals. So यार I was like यार मैं स्टार्टअप से मैं उधर सोच रहा था कि आज मैं निकलूंगा बट घूम फिर के बार बार ये स्टार्टअप ही आ रहा है कि मैंने पहले भी दो उधर देखा फिर सेकंड ईयर में वेंचर कैपिटल में द ओनली थिंग यू यूज टू डू इज लाइक research about startup right talk to the founders that's
Yes.
what the job was. And then again I talked about startup here so I realized कि ठीक है मतलब I didn't notice तो समय तक की चीजें तो एट दैट टाइम ओनली ना आज लाइक सिटिंग मतलब इन सब चीजें करने के बाद भी मतलब आई यूज टू गेट सम टाइम so I just picked up like 3 4 of my friends from my hostel and then I saw a problem कि यार लोगों को course say you want to learn corporate finance right so
Yes.
say you go and search on Google कि corporate finance courses you'll get like 15 courses in the line right and then you are ending up confused कि यार मैं क्या पढूं क्या नहीं. So we are like yeah can we make a platform where like in Zomato you see right it's very easier to find out the best restaurant as per your need. So that's what we are doing for the courses and that tech. Can I find the best thing for me? So I tried building it for 6 7 months, but yeah, then COVID happened and I was not able to build a very good product out then, right? COVID happened, things started falling off, matlab, in each one of house, right? So we needed to like it was sort of a fun project that we started, but so ultimately like the problem was very real and we're not able to execute it, like even build the best product out there, right? So that was the first pinch of entrepreneurship key. Where I tried doing something of my own, like taking out extra time, putting in effort to do something of your own. Then that's how like second year, third year I entered into campus. Then third year में college में यार internship का ये आता है तो companies come in right. So I have been like मुझे consulting में जाना था internship right. So I got shortlisted at a few firms. I was not able to get through it, and then again I got into a startup at a PM role, right? So as at that time I was like regretting कि यार ये मैंने मतलब will I when I'll sit in my final placement, will it hurt my options to not get into the companies that I wish to? So, but then once I entered into right, it was a company called LimeChat. It's a AI based startup SaaS. They build softwares. So I got in there as a product manager, and it was again very early, right? LimeChat had just there is their pre-seed round. They were a very small team. But then again, right? I like worked with them for like 3 4 months. They started even before official. Yeah. So like worked there for like 3 4 months. It was amazing learning experience, right? When we started building SayF, I mean a lot of things that I did initial days was just my learnings coming from LimeChat and how saw their founders doing, organizing things. So yeah, then yeah, intern happened. Then came the fourth year, right? So yeah, disclaimer is I'm not coming from that sort of financial background. Ki my parents told me कि यार just जा और कर ले startup, even without not having a job, right? So I was sitting for placements along with building a. So this time again, right? As the year started, I got this idea कि यार so I was discussing it my with my founder, right, with my co-founder Priyesh. So we sort have been knowing each other from like 1.5 year, right? And then again suddenly one day the thought come in कि यार UPI ने लोगों की spending habits कितनी खराब कर दी है. So I was like यार I got like 50,000 rupees I spent last month, and it was too high as a college student, right? And then when we started looking into the reason कि यार हमने क्यों किया ऐसा किया जो भी किया, तो like कि so the thing was here, UPI was a major thing, right? You see, मतलब when you have like physical wallet में 10,000 रुपया and UPI wallet में, right? So 10,000 जब उधर से निकालोगे तो you experience something कि यार 10,000 गए and your purse feels empty. But with UPI, what has happened? कि you just take out your phone, you feel nothing and your account is over, right? So यार वो दिखा कि यार इंडिया में फिनटेक में ना people have solved for like investing. If you have the mind, you can go and pick up stocks at Grow, Zerodha or whatsoever, right? Mm. People have solved for like lending. अगर तुम्हें लोन चाहिए तो लोन भी दे देते लोग, राइट? बट यार लोग किसी ने ना उस सेविंग वाले पार्ट को बहुत अच्छे से नहीं फोड़ा, राइट? कि देयर इज ए पर्टिकुलर थिंग विच जस्ट हेल्प मी सेव माय मनी. So that's what we started out with, and this time like Priyesh is again a very good. I mean, ऐसे ये तो we both have been very aligned कि यार इस बार तो बनाना है कुछ, होता है ना. He has also tried a few things in college, कुछ ऐसा ही नहीं. तो इस बार like कि ठीक है, मतलब let's build it, मतलब at least a product should come out. होता है ना, इस बार बस दिमाग में आइडिया रख के खाली नहीं बैठना. हम्म. So we're like कि we built a product, right? Then यार again मतलब setting for placement because I was having no other options. So प्लेसमेंट का टाइम आ गया, मतलब 15 days बिफोर प्लेसमेंट, राइट? 15 days आई थिंक. हाँ, वी रेज्ड आवर प्री सीड फंडिंग फ्रॉम टाइटन कैपिटल. तो देन व्हेन आई गॉट द टर्म शीट, लाइक कि ठीक है यार, मतलब नाउ इज द टाइम टू टेक द जंप फाइनल. सो आई जस्ट ऑप्टेड आउट ऑफ प्लेसमेंट देन. So yeah, like it's been like 1.5 year now. Have been building safe. It's been like 7 months. We have launched our product. So
Okay.
yes, so far so good. It's going decent. Now let's see.
Yes,
Hmm.
it's saving the pain of the wallet.
Correct. I think Ashish has been a very good user.
Yes. Okay, Aman, it's always been a hype of IITs, and everyone, when thinking about engineering, first thoughts to get into one of the reputed or the IITs or NITs, everyone wants to. So, is there any difference when going to the IT sector? Is that the degree of IIT matters?
Yeah, for IT sector, you mean say you are wanting to
I,
get a job in Google, right? Google,
yes.
Amazon. So I think for coding, right? I have decent idea about things. So for coding, right? The only thing that matters is how good you are at coding. How good the college doesn't really matter. It might be easier for an IIT guy to get an interview. होता है ना, because like in IIT or NIT say, right, or BITS for example, companies come on the campus to hire, right?
Yes.
But the same might not happen in some say tier 2 tier 3 colleges. But yeah, there are multiple opportunities, right? you can go either via referral route that you are reaching out to people on LinkedIn, or there are multiple challenges, right? There are like you have, say, you are good in competitive programming, you have a good rating on CodeChef, you're standing out among. Yeah, so there are multiple ways to stand out nowadays, at least for coding or for IT sector. So I don't think it matters much when it comes to hiring if you are
ओके,
from IIT or not.
अभी बताया आपने कि आईआईटीज़ में कंपनीज़ आती हैं, लेकिन फिर भी ये स्टार्टअप का बूम आईआईटीज़ और एनआईटी से मोस्टली देखने को मिल रहा है। ये
Start.
एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप
हाँ यार, मतलब आई टेल entrepreneurship, राइट? इट्स अ वेरी मतलब ये मेरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू है, आई मे बी रॉन्ग, बट यार हाउ डू यू सी entrepreneurs, राइट? आई मीन, if you look right into the Indian entrepreneurship, there are not just people from IIT who are doing like a business, right? Who are building good businesses. चलो यूनिकॉर्न वाले थोड़े ज्यादा हो गए, but यार good business is a good business, right? Entrepreneurship is not just about creating unicorns, right? So there are multiple people who are doing it. Like look into you guys, right? You are building engineering of that such an, and then again, right? So yeah, it does. I mean, what IIT does right in entrepreneurship is like you have a few people that you can look up to, right? I mean, you have some seniors who have been entrepreneurs, so or you know a few people who have started out in college. So basically, and the one other thing, right? The best thing कि यार worst case में you know कि मतलब कहीं ना कहीं तो job लग ही जाएगी, होता है ना? Because even if I'm an entrepreneur, and I think nowadays it happens with everyone, right? If you had created something valuable, आईटी वालों के लिए थोड़ा आसान होगा और भी कि चलो वो और जल्दी, मतलब उनके पास थोड़ा सा नेटवर्क है कि दे कैन रीच आउट टू ए फ्यू पीपल, क्या उसके दोस्त कहीं किसी कंपनी में काम कर रहे हैं. बट आई थिंक इट्स एप्लीकेबल टू एवरीवन, राइट? इफ यू बिल्ड समथिंग वैल्यूएबल, इफ यू पुट इन ईयर्स ऑफ ये, आई मीन, एटलीस्ट इन माय कंपनी आई वुड बी हैप्पी टू हायर सच पीपल देन choosing like any day, like looking for ex founders, then होता है ना, coming the person who has just come from something very traditional, because मतलब you have built something substantial of your own, right? Which is very hard thing to do. So yes.
ओके। So, while building the SayF, there you have to deal with the problems. So, list any of the problems that you faced while building the SayF and how did you overcome it?
यार अभी तो we have not even started with what SayF does, right? We are still building, but हाँ मतलब the journey has
Okay,
not
it's not
been very.
even the complete idea yet.
Yeah, we'll be coming out with new things. So it's not the complete idea. uh, So here I'll first give a context of what we do at SayF, and then I'll sort of move into what problems we faced, right? So here SayF में वही we help people save money. So each of the students that might be listening, or each of the individuals who might be listening to us, right? I'm pretty sure that if they have access to internet, they must have spent on the brands online, right? Either Swiggy, Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, or whatsoever you name it, right? They might have spent somewhere, right? So it's safe. Like we have tie up with like 400 such brands, and what we tell ki instead of directly paying via UPI app, where say you pay 1,000 rupees and you get nothing, come and pay through SayF on these 400 brand. I'll give you cashback that will automatically get invested into digital gold. So imagine you are spending 1,000 rupees on Swiggy, you will get 70 rupees worth of digital gold for free. There is an option ki, if you want to say liquid the cash, so there is an option to withdraw the money immediately into your bank account. Or the other thing is it's automatically invested in an evergreen asset which just keeps on growing with time. So yeah, that's what we are doing at SayF. Now coming to the problems, right? Mm. And I mean, building the product has been one. I mean, it was the first time we have been into it. So dealing with the new things, dealing with investors, dealing with the lawyers. I mean, dealing with the CAs, dealing with the clauses that comes with investors, and a lot of things, right? I mean, those have been sort of simple to deal. But recently, what happened, right? We have been doing good volume, right? And suddenly, one brand took the cut from SayF. यार we won't be able to continue with you for certain reason, right? And that watch brand sort of a major contributor to our volume. So like you are running up a mountain and suddenly you fall to like 10th stair से first stair पे again. right? So that's what we faced recently. So that was a very hard time. Mm. But यार that came उससे पहले भी मतलब having gone through such times, right? uh, थोड़ा सा पैनिक हुआ कि यार ये अचानक से ऐसा हो गया, what should we do? But then started figuring out कि यार distribute और कैसे ज्यादा कर सकते हैं, right? And yeah, that's what and now like we have solved the problem, that problem up to, I mean, good extent. We have created a new business line. We are doing decent volume on our app. So yeah, this sort of has been the hardest hit. Like you, your life is running pretty good, and suddenly you see that. But I then thought, yeah, that's what entrepreneurship is all about, right? Uh,
Okay, as we are talking about startups and many more startups are waiting in the list. So from your point of view, what is one mistake that suits a startup cost of resources?
one mistake, right?
Yes.
Yeah, matlab, you should always optimize for hiring the best people, right? Or the people you want to work with. Each of the people, right? Each of the people, you should be very comfortable. You should be very confident, right? Because it's the initial days, right? You have like 100 things on the plate and you can't spoon feed everyone, right? So you need someone who has sort of mindset who can just figure out things and will get the things done. So yeah, why people should optimize for this thing. I think they don't do in a hurry. I mean, they are in too much of ये कि मुझे जल्दी जल्दी करना है, ये करना है. But नहीं, pick up sort of the best people
ओके।
who you are looking to work with. Yeah.
अमन, आपने बताया पहले भी कि आपने एक वेंचर कैपिटल के साथ वर्क किया है, जहाँ पे आपने काफ़ी फाउंडर्स और को-फाउंडर्स के साथ आपका कम्युनिकेशंस वगैरह रहा है। तो वही उसी से क्वेश्चन है कि व्हाट आर द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट स्किल्स दैट एवरी फाउंडर मस्ट हैव?
Yeah, I think that I am also exploring. I am too young to give on this. But yeah, I think one of the most important skill that every founder should have, right, is perseverance, right? Because there are 99% of chances that things will, I mean, there are 99.9% chances that your startup won't work out if you are starting up, right? But still in that, you should have that sort of 0.1% hope. If that works out, and even if it doesn't work out, right, I learned a lot of things, and this learning will sort of help me grow. So, yeah, perseverance is like one of the most important qualities that a founder should have. Like when things hit you, you are just sort of staying straight and facing it and trying to solve it. I mean, giving your best, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, last but not the least, any single piece of advice from your end to our audience who are watching us right now?
Yeah, assuming most of you might be students, right?
Yes.
So यार whenever an idea comes in, right? Suppose कि मतलब अब जो सुन रहे होंगे उनको कुछ ना कुछ entrepreneurship में या कुछ बनाना ही होगा. That's why they are listening to me, right? So whenever an idea comes in, right? Let's just not मतलब keep it to your friends, right? Try to build something out of it. मतलब आजकल एक product बनाना और building something is very cheap, right? So just try to build something. Try to build something. Let's not wait. And it's okay to matlab try out multiple things or kuch bhi na chale. You just need to do correct things one, right? Nobody remembers. I mean, what you were not able to do. Matlab, you try out a lot of things. किसी को याद भी नहीं रहता. So matlab just try out things. Matlab when an idea comes in, I mean that was my learning. I mean I saw a lot of people who discusses a lot of idea, but then they are not able to take out that idea piece of paper to something and like something that can be used, right? Either to the businesses or to the consumers. So
Okay.
yes, try to build something. I mean, try to build, and yeah, that's the only thing.
Okay. Last question. It's
Sure.
from my end.
Hmm?
You are building the SayF currently, but are you still looking for solving any other problem?
No, currently I'm 100% into SayF, right? So I don't have any other problems in mind.
Okay, I think that's also a good characteristics of an founder or co-founder to focus on the one.
Correct. I mean, it's been like more than 1.5 years I've been doing it. So yeah, just want to give my best here and let's see how it
Okay.
pans out.
Okay, I think you have something from your end which you want to give to our viewers.
Yeah, correct. So, guys, I have a like sort of exciting giveaway for the guys who are listening to us. So I'll just share it. So yes, is my screen visible?
Yes, visible.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a small giveaway from like SayF. Whosoever will be downloading the app from this QR, and the referral code for entry is like Engineer Hub. Like the so just go through the link from this QR, and I'll select 5 lucky winners, and I'll give you guys Zomato and Amazon vouchers. You'll get
Okay.
it. Yeah. So let it be live for a minute. I mean, yeah.
Okay, we are doing it live.
Yeah, it's live. Whosoever will be listening. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
And even post it, right? If I'm not able to get good enough A, so yeah, that's not an issue. We'll be selecting 5 users out of so I think yeah ठीक है. Um, I'll share up a referral code. I mean, Ashish, why don't you share it with the audience? It's just engineering up in the same font.
Wait
This
a second.
yeah, please enter this referral code. And
Okay, this is the
yeah,
ref code.
yeah, whosoever enters via this referral code on our app, yeah,
Okay, so when we are selecting the lucky winners.
I'll announce it by tomorrow.
Okay, fine.
It will be available on our Instagram page.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, 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 guys.
Okay. Thank you, Aman.
No worries. Welcome. Really nice chatting with you guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.